So then the next morning we had a nice breakfast. It was fun. Luther's trying to get French toast. Of course, no one speaks English, and we didn't get French toast, needless to say. But anyway, we left in a 15-passenger plane, and we went to the Grand Turks, and we got there an hour later. So far on the trip, we've had to set our watches back 3 hours for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, when we got to the Grand Turk, meanwhile, every time you go into any place, out of any place, you're writing all these papers on and on and on, and going through customs, and $10 to get in, and $10 to get out of each place. So we've already put 40 bucks in getting in and out. So at the Grand Turks, Luther chartered a plane. Now we got this six-passenger plane there, one of the little guys, and he chartered that plane. Ralph told me afterwards it cost him $1,500 to charter. Now we did not have to pay for this, thank heavens, but he took it upon himself to do it. So we all got into the plane, and then we fly to Great Inagua. It is a flat island, absolutely flat. It's in the southernmost island of the Bahamas. It's there's 1,000 people on the whole island, a little tiny settlement, and they tend salt flats. They make salt there, or gather it in anyway. But this is the gateway to the Bahamas from the south end, so everybody has to come through that little teeny place there. So that was the last time we went through the customs. And then, that was our last flight, and we flew over to Managua. This is where we go and meet the ship. Luther had radioed ahead and said, be there in a lagoon, we'll find you. We found, and then we landed. The plane landed. There was a little old strip there with all grass growing up in it. He landed there, left us off, and somebody came, not our guys, some fishermen said they were driving by, and they said, do you want a lift? Yes, we said we'll take a lift. So they had to make 2 trips because the car was old and couldn't manage all of us at one time. But anyway, then we got down to the water, and on the water there was the captain in the tender there waiting for us. And there was another sailboat there, not the sailboat, but the dinghy that goes with the sailboat, and there was 6 people there. They were all Danish, and they had to come ashore and talk to customs, and now they were going back to their ship, but their motor wasn't too good, so our captain says, we'll tow you out to your ship. They had sailed across from Denmark. Oh, yeah. Well, they were not old people, but still, it was quite a feat to do. So we got home, and we got here at 4:30. This happened to be the night of the captain's party at 5 o'clock. Well, we just threw stuff off, took a shower, put clothes on, and went downstairs and ate. And then we went upstairs and went to bed. God, we slept all night like logs. It was so great. All that running up and down looking for baggage and looking for counters, and everybody says, well, it's not our fault. TWA says, it's not our fault. We're a little late, but it's not our fault. And Pan Am says, well, it's not our fault that you were late and didn't catch your flight. And we kept saying, we don't care whose fault it is. Just help us out. What should we do? What should we do? Well, I take the blame for this. This was my mistake. I should have nagged Ralph and nagged him to check on the plane time. We should have checked 3 days ahead because we made these reservations 5 months ago. And then we would have caught it, see, and it would have been okay. I think we took 6 or 7 flights to get out to the ship. Left on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning and got here on Friday at 4 o'clock at night. It's unbelievable. But we're here. We're safe and sound. The water is this beautiful emerald green close to shore, and then the deep blue further out. It's just gorgeous. And now we're going over, I think I heard her say Plano Key, but I'm not sure. But we're going someplace, and then we'll be snorkeling in another hour. So I'll tell you more later on.